This is Dale Nesbury, President of your Muskegon Community College. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, the faculty and staff of the college, it is my distinct honor and privilege to join the class of 2021 in celebrating Muskegon Community College's 2021 commencement ceremony. This year, in order to keep our faculty and staff and students safe during the COVID-19 pandemic, the college provided for an outdoor commencement. On a bright and sunny May 5th, our graduating students processed in style, gas pedal first, arriving via automobile, by trolley, and another arrived, large and in charge, by full-sized bus. The pomp and circumstance normally associated with commencement ceremonies was there as well, including the impressive faculty tunnel, the MCC mace carried by faculty member Susan Frazier, the pinning of nursing graduates by Director of Nursing and Health Programs Chris Patterson, alumni award winners, and most importantly, individual and group recognitions for our extraordinary students. MCC was again recognized as the best college in the state of Michigan, the best community college in the state of Michigan, and among the top 2% of all the community colleges in the nation. The reason is simple. You, our students, your families, and the supportive, nurturing environment allowed for by MCC allows our students and college to achieve great things. Well, enough for the intro. Enjoy the 2021 Muskegon Community College Commencement Ceremony and go Jayhawks!
My name is Britta Bujak Portinga, and I nominated my husband Roy Portinga for the Distinguished Alumnus Award. We are thrilled that he was chosen. I would like to introduce Roy by mentioning some of his accomplishments and interesting facts. Roy grew up in East Muskegon, the youngest of 5 children. His mother was a 3rd grade teacher, and his father worked at Continental Motors. After graduating from Western Michigan Christian High School, he attended and graduated from Muskegon Community College. He describes his years at MCC as where he received the best education and where he had the most influential teachers of his life. Next, he graduated from the University of Michigan with high distinction and later received his Juris Doctor from Valparaiso University. While attending high school and college, he had a variety of interesting jobs that helped shape his character. A few of his jobs included delivering eggs, cutting celery, working on a tugboat, working 3rd shift at Brunswick, being an orderly in a nursing home, and driving truck across the country. After receiving his undergraduate degree, he taught for the Michigan Department of Corrections at the Maximum Security Prison, Michigan Reformatory in Ionia. His legal work was at the law firm Libner, Van Leuven, Cordering, Evans, Portinga, Slater, PLC, and specialized in representing injured workers in workers' compensation and the disabled in Social Security disability. Roy has published many law-related articles, spoken at many state and national conferences, as well as to the Michigan Senate Workers' Compensation Reform Committee. Professional awards include being rated AV Preeminent by the Martindale-Hubbell, the highest rating given in the areas of integrity and skill. He is a fellow to the Michigan State Bar Foundation, which is limited to 5% of the state bar. He also has been listed in the area of workers' compensation in Michigan Super Lawyers and Rising Stars on several occasions, named a leading lawyer by the Leading Lawyers Network in both compensation and Social Security disability for many years. Roy was inducted into the State Bar of Michigan Workers' Compensation Hall of Fame in 2021. Roy continues to be committed to the Muskegon Community College by being an elected member of the Board of Trustees for over 20 years. He had the honor of being commencement speaker in 1992. He also is currently a governing board member at First Congregational Church of Muskegon and a board member of Jefferson Tower Senior Complex. I need to add that Roy is a fantastic father, husband, grandfather, and guitar player. With that as background, that's one of Roy's favorite statements, I feel that he certainly deserves this honor. I know he will continue to be an advocate for our beloved Muskegon Community College and our community. Congratulations, Roy.
Thank you. Thank you, dear. Thank you, my dear Britta, for nominating me and for that generous introduction. And thank you, MCC, for giving me this award. I cannot overemphasize how honored and appreciative I am. Let me say right off, I know this award was not given to me because I did something big. I didn't. I think this was awarded to me because I tried to contribute in a positive way to my small corner of the world on a day in, day out, persistent basis, steadily. My mom always had a magnet on the fridge that said, "Bloom where you are planted." And for me, that stuck. Speaking of contributing steadily, I believe I learned that from my parents. My father had a 10th grade education from Muskegon High and retired after 33 years as a UAW line worker at Continental Motors here in Muskegon. I remember him leaving work early in the morning, going down the block to Getty Street to catch his ride heading to Continental Motors, lunchbox under his arm. I don't remember him ever missing a day of work. He was steady. My mother was an elementary school teacher at Muskegon Christian. I'm sure she too never missed a day of work. I remember her coming home every day from work at noon to put a roast in the oven so that her 5 children would have a warm meal at night, and always with Jell-O and a pudding dessert. I also remember her singing hymns while doing laundry in the basement at night while I'd be falling asleep. Indeed, I learned steadiness from my parents' examples. I doubt this was much different than from many of the homes that you have come from. My high school years were probably very similar to yours also, confusing. When it came time to graduate, I wasn't sure what to do. I had a chance to play soccer at Wittenberg, one of the few schools that had soccer way back then. But even with some scholarship money, my parents could not afford the rest of that tuition. Also, during my prospective first year of college, I was going to turn from 17 to 18 and wonderfully receive my Vietnam lottery number. Consequently, I wasn't sure I was going to get through the first year of college anyway. Then the Muskegon Rotary Club gave me a full scholarship to my first year at Muskegon Community College. And my parents said I could live at home for nothing if I attended. The decision was a no-brainer. It was one of the best decisions of my life. For 2 years, I sat in classes taught by the best teachers I ever had, regardless of what level of education I've been through. Paul Wistrom taught me how to put my feelings into words, and that somehow helped me start to harness and control feelings and emotions. Mr. Kane and Ms. Hartz took my natural love for nature and helped me better understand the natural world around me. Jerry Ryan did the same thing with geography. I always loved history, but Jack Rice made it come alive. My philosophy instructors and a world religion adjunct instructor with a Princeton degree, doctorate in divinity, Dr. Klosterhouse, helped me craft my own better understanding of my God. There were others, Mr. Nielsen, Mr. Young, and on and on. All my teachers had such a positive attitude about life, citizenship, intellectual curiosity, and they had high standards that helped me develop good study skills and some intellectual discipline that I've used throughout my life. They made me able to and want to bloom where I was planted. And by the way, I met my late wife, Ann, in Mr. Young's political science class. Before Ann died of cancer after 27 years of marriage, she was a very successful musician here in town, all starting at MCC. Then I met my dear wife, Britta, and we've already been married 14 years. Britta too went to MCC for 2 years, which helped lead to a 36-year career as a physical therapist, which she just retired from on March 1. If I've been successful, I owe so much to Ann and Britta. By the way, my children, Ryan, Eric, Elizabeth, all took classes at MCC. In fact, when I count members of my extended family and the families of Ann and Britta who have attended MCC, I stop counting at 20. And I know the same is true of many of your families. That's the kind of impact MCC has had in this county. MCC was recently rated 19th out of over 1,100 community colleges by a national rating firm. I'm so proud to be an MCC alumnus. So graduates, congratulations on graduating from one of the best community colleges in the nation. I encourage you to take your skills, your new positive, confident attitudes, and contribute to your families, to your communities, and to this world which so desperately needs you. Use your MCC education to steadily bloom where you are planted. Thank you.
Dr. Mayra Sanchez Gonzalez began Muskegon Community College in the summer of 2007 as a Grant High School student. She earned her first of many A's. After graduating from high school in 2008, Mayra attended MCC for 2 years, completing the Associate in Science and Arts in 2010 with a 3.9 grade point average. Mayra and I met when she accepted an invitation to join Phi Theta Kappa, the Honor Society for Community College Students, in January 2009. She was elected Executive Vice President of the college's chapter of Phi Theta Kappa, and in 2010, she was one of 2 MCC students named to the All-Michigan Academic Team. Mayra came to this country with her family from Mexico, learned English as a second language, had many responsibilities outside of school, and yet she persevered and achieved the goals she set at every step of her college career. Even as Mayra was working, earning all A's in her classes, and taking care of family obligations, she always found time for volunteer service through Phi Theta Kappa projects, her church, and community organizations, including Every Woman's Place. Yesterday, I reviewed letters of support I wrote for Mayra as she was preparing to transfer to Grand Valley and applying to a spot in the Trio McNair Scholars Program. This is what I wrote 11 years ago. Mayra is an incredibly bright, humble, and happy person who will make good things happen for others for the rest of her life. She personifies servant leadership. Mayra is very intelligent and has an excellent work ethic. I have no doubt she will be successful in a graduate program and that she will apply what she learns to do good work for the world. Using her intellect, her innate kindness, her gentle disposition, and her Spanish language skills, I'm sure she will become a very valued member of the McNair program. I nominated Mayra for the Alumni Achievement Award because she is such a perfect example of what happens when resilience, intelligence, and opportunity meet. In the 8 years following her graduation from MCC, Mayra earned a bachelor's degree from Grand Valley State University, a master's and PhD in counseling psychology from Texas A&M University, completed a postdoctoral residency in rehabilitation psychology at the Johns Hopkins University School of Medicine, and now is an assistant professor of physical medicine and rehabilitation at Johns Hopkins. I knew Mayra was special when we met, but am still awed by her accomplishments. Congratulations to Dr. Mayra Sanchez Gonzalez, the 2020 Muskegon Community College Alumni Achievement Award recipient.
It is hard to believe that it has been a little over a decade since I was walking into MCC campus for the first time. As a first-generation college student and as a recent immigrant, everything felt new, exciting, but also a little bit scary. I was grateful to find amazing people along the way, such as Dr. Kelly Conrad, who mentored me and supported me during that time. It is hard to believe that 11 years ago, I was in a very similar position to you, graduating from MCC with big dreams, hopes, and a lot of enthusiasm for the future. It is not despite of, but because of your resilience, your lived experiences, that you are here today, graduating, accomplishing such an amazing step in your career. I hope that you take time to celebrate you, celebrate what it means for you, for your families, for your communities. I hope that you find a career that is not just successful, but also filled with joy, meaning, and purpose. I hope that your resilience continues to grow and that you continue to accomplish all those things that you desire, even if you're not quite sure what that path looks like just yet. Know that there are many people alongside with you, supporting you and cheering you on. And we are all very proud of you and what you have accomplished. I want to thank Muskegon Community College, the MCC Alumni Association, and Dr. Kelly Conrad for such an amazing honor that I received today as the Class of 2020 Alumni Achievement Award. It is my true honor as an MCC graduate and alumni to have received this amazing award. I'm sure there are many other people who are as deserving as I am. So I take this with a lot of pride. Thank you. And congratulations again to you, Class of 2020 and 2021.
The Reverend Archibald Haddon, the minister of the First Congregational Church of Muskegon, was named president of the first Hackley Hospital Board of Trustees in 1902. He served in this position until his death in 1937. He led the way in implementing Charles H. Hackley's letter of intent for Hackley Hospital, in which he stated, quote, "It is my desire that it should be established and administered upon the broadest and most liberal lines of usefulness, and that it may be an institution not only for the best care of the sick and injured, but as well for the thorough training of nurses," end quote. Since 1946, the Board of Trustees at Hackley Hospital has given the Haddon Award, which is a cash award and inscribed plaque, to a graduating nursing student from each class in memory of Archibald Haddon. The tradition was continued through the transition of the Hackley School of Nursing to Muskegon Community College and will continue by Mercy Health Partners to honor the legacy of Hackley Hospital and Reverend Haddon. The recipient of this award is selected by faculty on the basis of interest in advanced education, scholarship, citizenship, and excellence in bedside nursing. The recipient of the Haddon Award for Summer 2020 is Katie Vandervelde. The recipient of the Haddon Award for the Winter 2021 semester is Bailey Gorecki. Congratulations to you both.
Welcome to Muskegon Community College's 93rd commencement ceremony. Please take this moment to put aside cell phones and other noise-making devices that may distract others. Now, let us rise for the processional and then please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Rachel, and thank you, Professor Susan Frazier, for bearing the mace today. Participating in tonight's ceremony are those who are proud to have worked alongside you. I would like to thank our Board of Trustees, our cabinet members, our distinguished alumnus, faculty, and staff who are here today to celebrate our graduates. I would also like to recognize and thank our student marshals assisting in the ceremony today. They are Stephanie Carr, Elizabeth Robin Carpenter, Kaylin Dennis, and Terry Zenizer. Chair Osborne, the faculty of Muskegon Community College have recommended that students who are participating tonight and those whose names appear in the commencement ceremony be awarded the associate degree or diploma according to and on the condition of having completed their specific course requirements. As president of this august institution, it is my extreme pleasure to present these students for the conferring of degrees.
Thank you. And now for the moment we've been waiting for here. Through the power vested in the Board of Trustees of Muskegon Community College, I hereby confer upon those candidates who have completed their requirements the degrees and certificates listed in your programs tonight with all the attendant rights, privileges, responsibilities, and honors. In recognition of their status as a college graduate, graduates will change the placement of their tassel from the right side to their graduation cap to the left side as they cross the stage. Congratulations, graduates, you did it.
Thank you, Chair Osborne, and congratulations to our graduates. It is now my pleasure to welcome Vice President for Academic Affairs, Kelly Conrad, Dean of Instruction and Assessment, Dr. Ed Breitenbach, and Dean of Academic Affairs, Daniel Rensba-Siebenga, who will read the names of the class of 2021, as well as the Director of Nursing and Health Programs, Chris Patterson, who will pin the nursing graduates.
Mitch L. Bailey with honors. Jessica Yvonne Ashburn. Kaylee Faye Croning. Olivia Gonzalez. Yasmin Guzman. Janelle Marie Olney. Janae Jones. Hunter Joshua Humphreys. Serena Marie Fairbrother with honors. Madison Grace Boone with honors. Anthony Scott Ellis with honors. Brianna E. Griffin. Mary Elizabeth Schoonover with honors. Michaela Snodgrass. Cassidy Norcat with honors. Ajane Elaine Kindle with honors. Sophia Rose Kahn with honors. Patrick E. Ferreira. Jacob David Westerhoff. Kyla Lee Vance with honors. Malin Lois Peterson with honors. Kelsey Janice Hirsch with honors. Marty Sean McDonald with honors. Brianna Johnson. Ivana Brene Underwood.
Jacob A. Dove, with honors. Richard Kane Kessler. Coy Lakatos, with honors. Michael J. Vanderstow, with honors. Elliot Michael Carlson. Alex M. Kaufman. Caitlin Marie DeWeert. Brooke Marie Otto. Megan Michelle Batka. Keegan D. Cochleasier, with honors. Ilana Hardy. Abigail M. Haichu. Chelsea L. Ortquist. Jada Simone Love, with honors. Lucy Kathleen Niebuhr, with honors. Emma Sulin Davis, with honors. Maria Danielle Lomas, with honors. Lorena Padron. Annalie Miranda Amaya. Duke David Krupp, with honors. Braylon Irina Knapp. Christine K. Mueller with honors. Latasha Maria Massey. Maria Semmelbauer.
Wesley Stephen Fuller with honors. Tu Min Win with honors. Lydia Carol Crocker with honors. Jaden Alexis Russell with honors. Michael Robert Wilson. Brooke Ashley Burrell with honors. Heather M. Burrell. Molly R. Hurley. Stephanie A. Gallegos. Elizabeth Durr. Ronald Lee Schaefer, Jr. Olivia Isabel Paquette. Robert Allen Kate II. Celine Rose Smith. Jocelyn Esvedi Rodriguez Esparza. Rachel Ellen Heraberta. Glenn R. Heraberta with honors. Liberty Morgan Shake with honors. Andre Christopher Watson. Delaney Joy Shannon with honors. Cassidy Lorraine Colby with honors. Gabrielle R. Snyder. Kaylee Marie Mesh with honors. Joshua Nathaniel Olson. Reagan Ann Zanstra with honors. Garrett D. Ahrens. Olivia Ray Killebrew with honors. Haley Leigh Sturdivant. Raven Buckner. Andrew John Coleman with honors. Dontre Ricard Wyrick. Tiana Smith. Cole Maxon. Hallie Marie Schultz. Abriel J. Ginman with honors. Olivia Simone Braden. Christina Rose Loschitz with honors.
Derek J. Bauer with honors. Lucas De Campos with honors. Shelley L. Munson with honors. Nathan Patrick James with honors. Jody Lynn Villareau. Rhonda F. Wiseman. Dallas Elizabeth Eslick with honors. Hannah Lynn Kirschner with honors. Taylor Shea Crowley. McKenna Grennan. Devin James Struby with honors. Armani Abiertas. Kate Lynn Rosema with honors, 4.0 GPA. Olivia Marie Short. Caitlin Lindsay Fistner. Isaac Timothy Vandervelde. Darasia Buchanan. Luz Arissa Sanchez. Violet Sky Renna with honors, 4.0 GPA. Elizabeth Lopez Herrera with honors. Michaela Catherine Welker. Kiana Porsche. Quintina M. Dawson. Michaela Renee Duncan with honors. Hayden Robert Hubers with honors. Haley Minzy. Ariana Rose Hill. Janaea Leanne Williams. Alec Joseph Brown. Ariana Randy Strait with honors. Lindsay Ann Brandenburg with honors.
Chad Everett James. Jaden Renee Cunningham with honors. Jordan Lorraine Barefoot. Brielle K. Chapkus with honors. Rachel Bugs. Joseph M. Weisman with honors. Kristen M. Stonex with honors. Bailey Joe Gorecki with honors. Michaela Reynolds. Elizabeth M. Harwood. Cassie Pierce. Melissa Sue Taylor. Kaylin Sue Hannas. Lisa Schoenemann. Jessica Grinnell.
That's good. Thank you. Julie A. Spots. Victoria de los Santos Burns. Carly Susan May Wiggins. Brittany A. Johnson. Samantha Matagina Roma with honors. Jamie Elizabeth Postema. Susan M. Vitunskis. Jennifer Ann Ardell. Molly Margaret Erdman. Sydney S. Colgrove. Sarah Elizabeth Kaiser. Kelsey DeWilt. Madison Ann Smith with honors. Nicole Lynn Brown. Justin Ryan Patton. Kevin James Reynolds Jr.
Members of the Board of Trustees, MCC faculty, and staff, I'm pleased to share our final graduate has crossed the stage tonight. Please help me welcoming the newest members of our Alumni Association. At this time, I would ask everyone to please rise as Susan Frazier, our Mace Bearer, will lead the processional marking the conclusion of this event.